As long as the vicious younger sister got within 2 meters of the girl, all of her problem-solving thoughts would be read by the sister using telepathy. It wasn't until the girl angrily cursed her sister in her heart that the sister blurted it out loud too. At that moment, the girl finally realized how her sister had been copying her all along. So she decided to expose her sister's crime in public. But unexpectedly, she was scolded by their parents, just because the sister was the adopted daughter in the family. She had been raised by their parents since she was a child, and had received all the family's attention, while the girl, their biological daughter, had only been brought back from the orphanage at age 3. The sister feared that the girl would take away the family's love, so she targeted the girl in every possible way. She even used her telepathic ability to copy the girl's test answers since they were young, and monopolized their parents' love at home. Even during the International Math Olympiad, the girl's problem-solving ideas were stolen by her sister. Everyone at the scene blamed the girl, believing she had copied her sister's answers. Before the girl could even explain, her father stepped forward to scold her. Even her other family members didn't try to stop him. And just like that, the girl passed away. Perhaps even God pitied her. In the next moment, the girl was reborn. When she saw the scene in front of her, she finally realized she had been reborn. But before she could react, the International Math Olympiad was about to begin. Even her father came over to remind her to take care of her sister during the test. But when she thought about how everyone treated her in the last life, she didn't show them a kind expression. Soon, the test began. The teacher told the students to choose their test paper. The girl chose Test A without hesitation, because Test A was easier than Test B. She could solve the problems in 3 different ways. Her sister also chose the same test paper. She even told the teacher she could solve problems in multiple ways. The girl was very puzzled when she heard that. She didn't understand how her sister knew what she was thinking. The test had already started, and there was no way to back out now. Since she couldn't avoid it, she decided to face it head-on. So the girl planned to hand in a blank test. That way, her sister wouldn't be able to copy her. But just as she stood up to hand it in, the proctor rejected her attempt. Seeing the girl not solving the problems, the sister became very nervous inside. If the girl turned in a blank paper, she couldn't do the same. So she pretended to have a stomachache and asked to go to the bathroom. Once the girl saw that her sister had left, she let down her guard and began solving the problems with full concentration. She didn't notice that her sister had already returned to the room. Just as she was about to turn in her paper early, she saw her sister had turned it in first. The girl was completely stunned by what she saw. When the teacher looked over her sister's paper, he couldn't help but praise her as a math genius. Even her solution method broke away from traditional thinking. She had supposedly invented her own set of solving formulas. After hearing her sister speak, the girl looked utterly in disbelief. Why were her sister's answers exactly the same as hers? Could she really never escape the fate of being copied? While the girl was still thinking, her sister walked up and offered to submit the girl's test. The girl quickly thought of an excuse and said she had questions to correct. But her sister emotionally accused her, asking why she didn't correct them earlier. At that moment, the girl also began to suspect her. Was her sister copying her after all? Seeing this, the sister quickly explained, saying that the girl was her older sister, so of course she cared about her. The girl ignored her, sat back down, and began correcting her answers. The sister thought to herself that she couldn't be outdone, so she asked the teacher to return her paper. Even though the girl still didn't know how her sister was copying her, she was happy just to mess with her for a bit. Soon, there were only 3 minutes left in the test. The girl thought that if she started writing now, her sister definitely wouldn't have time to copy. But what she didn't know was that as long as they were within 2 meters, her sister could perfectly sync up with her corrections. Soon, the sister turned in her paper just before the girl. When the teacher saw it, he realized that her method matched the long-lost X equation technique. The girl was shocked to hear this. She was confused as to why their problem-solving methods matched again. Before the girl could figure it out, her sister walked over and grabbed her test paper. She then announced to everyone that the girl's answers were the same as hers. The teacher rushed forward to compare them. He found that their solving methods were indeed the same. He immediately suspected the girl of cheating. No matter how the girl tried to explain, no one present believed her. Helpless, the girl proposed to take on Test B to prove her innocence. Her sister, not wanting to be outshone, also asked to take on Test B. Soon, the two of them were taking the test live across the world. They began the B paper challenge. After the teacher announced the start of the exam, they each walked to their own testing station. The girl thought that as long as she didn't write anything, her sister wouldn't be able to copy her. But she didn't expect her sister to have telepathic powers. As soon as the girl thought of the answer, her sister could write it down. The girl saw that her sister's solutions matched hers again and was instantly stunned. Thinking back to what her sister said before she died in her past life, the words her sister said to her, the girl finally realized something was wrong. So to test her sister, she secretly cursed her in her mind, and the next moment, her sister's reaction left her speechless.